The Tokyo Olympics are going to be unlike pretty much any other Olympics that we've ever seen. The major things are just athletes are going to be limited in their movement. They're not going to arrive in Tokyo until 5 days before they're set to compete. They're going to be asked to leave 2 days after they finish competing. Their movements and the movements of all Olympic stakeholders are going to be tracked in an app by GPS. They need it for contact tracing. And then, of course, the COVID tests. Athletes are going to be tested daily. Those of us in the media are going to be tested once every 4 days. The list kind of goes on and on. The Olympics are still going to happen, and it's going to look more or less the same in terms of competition, but everything else outside of competition is just going to be completely different. So before athletes even arrive in Japan, they have to submit proof of 2 negative COVID-19 tests. One 96 hours within 96 hours of their departure, the other within 72 hours of their departure. And then once they get to Tokyo, they're exempt from a normal quarantine in order to do sports activities, but they're going to be monitored. You have to submit essentially a plan of everywhere that you're going to be, all the different locations that you could be to practice or to train or to eat. Athletes won't be awarded medals. Instead, they'll basically be presented a medal on a tray that has only been handled with sterilized gloves, basically, and they'll have to pick the medal up off the tray and put it around their own neck due to the changing COVID-19 situation there in Japan. And they announced that at least in all of the venues in Tokyo, there will be no fans whatsoever. There will still be some people in the audience, at least for the opening ceremony. The expectation is that there will be some key Olympic stakeholders, some VIPs, essentially, people from top sponsors. We know that Joe Biden, First Lady, is going to be in attendance. And then, of course, officials from the International Olympic Committee. In addition to media, the next Winter Olympics are coming in February in Beijing. At that point, we should be hopefully in a slightly better spot with COVID-19. But I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these same protocols that are utilized in Tokyo are still in effect to one degree or another when we get to Beijing.